Hello and good morning. Brownies, chips, ice cream, thick crust pizza with extra cheesy breadsticks. Let's talk about what all those things have in common today. This is Tammy, and on this channel, we talk about loving yourself, loving others, and being the best you're here to be. If that sounds like something you're interested in, come on in, let's chat. Brownies, chips, ice cream, thick crust pizza, these were all things I turned to at times when I did not particularly like my life. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like the way I felt in my life. You know, we go on a diet and we think it's all about the way we feel in our bodies. But a lot of times, our body is just, a barometer for what's happening in our lives. Okay, the way I've lost weight at different points in my life, and I've gained weight. I've done all the diets. If you can think of it, if you can name one, I've probably done it. But the weight that I've lost and the weight that I've carried is more telling of the weight I was carrying in my life and the weight that I lost in my life. So we start week one. We're determined. We have our meals laid out. We've got our diet chosen. We know which diet we're following. We've either joined a program, we've got a book, we've found a site online, we've got a name for it. And we've got our food laid out, we've got our menus planned, we're going full force at this, we're up there, we're encouraged, we're working out. We have new shoes, we have new workout clothes, or we've set aside time and we're trying to sweat. We're looking like we're looking good. And then that's week one. We've got people in our corner. We've told people we're doing this. That's week one. And we think we have our why. We think we have why we're doing this. We want to get into that dress for the reunion. We want to be healthier. We want to look better for our partners. Okay, we think we have our why, but that dress for the reunion, after the reunion is over, what's stopping us from gaining back all the weight? And we're doing it because we want to be healthier. What does healthier mean? What does that look like? We haven't been specific in that. Maybe we want to not be breathing so hard when we go up the stairs, but that's not terribly specific. We want to look better for our partners. What if our partners leave us while we're on the diet or after? That sounds doomsday, doesn't it? But truth, what if? What happens if? And looking better for your partner, if it's true unconditional love, your partner should be happy with you as you are. There's nothing to look better for. So we think we have our why, and we think we have everything laid out, and we think we're moving forward in a positive, but really we have not dealt with the underlying why of why we're carrying the weight to begin with, why we need to get rid of the weight to begin with, and why we ultimately have to do this for our best interest. Let's talk about self-love for a minute. Let's talk about love of your life for a minute. Okay, a lot of times our bodies are barometers for what's happening around us. A lot of us are emotional eaters, stress eaters. If there's too much stress in our lives, we take that out by bowls of ice cream, bags of chips, boxes of crap, whatever, crackers and pizzas and all of that, and we take that in. You know, we say, well, we love food, we love to eat, we love socializing, everything is food. No, what you don't love is you don't love yourself. You don't love your body, because your body doesn't like all that. It's not good for your body, and it makes your body feel like crap. So you can socialize without food. You can love food without overindulging. All right, we're not addressing the underlying. If we loved ourselves and we loved our bodies and we loved our lives, then we wouldn't need all that food. So how does your job have anything to do with how much you weigh? How does your bad marriage have anything to do with how much you weigh? Again, when we eat things like ice cream and pizza, there are a lot of feel-good chemicals that get released in the brain. It's a very cozy, comfort food. That's a term for a reason. Comfort food. We turn to comfort food instead of love, instead of addressing problems in our lives, instead of addressing stress in our lives, instead of saying no to things that we shouldn't even be doing, that we don't feel good about, that we've overcommitted ourselves to. Okay? So our underlying why of dieting is to better love our lives and ourselves. Our underlying why is to better, to have a, how do I want to say, to have a life that is a better fit for us. It doesn't have to do with the food. It doesn't have to do with loving curves or loving yourself as you are. We carry that extra weight because we're not happy. Bottom line, that's what it is. So if we look at our lives and we say, you know what, I cannot stand my job. It's a toxic environment. I'm not okay in it. I'm just keeping it to pay my bills. And if we address that head on and we look for a different job that's a better fit for us, okay, then we've taken that stress out of our lives. If we look at our marriage or relationship and we say, why are we even together? We argue all the time. Again, it's toxic to my health. It's a toxic environment. It's not healthy for either one of us. Why are we even together? All right? Stress eating, eating because you're depressed, eating because you're unhappy, eating because all of this, whether we realize or not, eating because you're just not connecting, you're just hiding behind the food. You're hiding behind the weight. And oh my gosh, this got heavy super quick, but I've been there. I've been there, and I know when we get rid of the weight is generally when we get rid of the extra weight in our lives that is keeping us down. All right, so how do we do that? How do we do that? The next time you turn to a pint of ice cream, ask yourself, are you lonely? Are you by yourself right now? Are you just sitting in front of the television because you don't know what else to do? Are you bored? Okay. The next time you turn to that extra thick vegan burger or fries, unlimited fries or whatever, but the next time you turn to that, ask yourself, am I just doing this because it's what everybody else is doing and I'm not even being conscious in my own life? I'm not even paying attention in my own life? Wake up, look around, ask yourself, am I happy here? Am I happy in this home? Am I happy in this relationship? Am I happy in this job? Am I happy with the way I talk to myself? Am I happy with the way I think about myself? Okay? Your why for losing weight is to find you're happy. Your why is because for some reason, fill in the blank, you're not happy in your life. And you've got to get to that happy. So we've done all the diets. We've been there. We've hidden the food from other people so we could have it later. We've been there. We've gained the weight. We've lost the weight. We've gained it and lost it again. We've been there. But you know where we haven't been? We haven't been at the place where we've said, am I happy here? Because if you're happy, you're not going to turn to food. You won't do it. And that's what you need to ask. So where in your life, that's what I'm asking you today, where in your life are you not happy? What in your life is not working for you? What in your life needs to be addressed head on? Think about that today. Think about that today. That's your why. Fill in the blank with that. That is your why. All right, you guys, I love you. I'm here for you. Go throw your gorgeousness out at the world. We need more of that. And have a beautiful rest of your day.